Welcome to the long form yang style Tai Chi class on PTTV. I'm Michael Gilman. If you were watching this live, we had a slight mic failure, so we're started again. So thanks for staying with us. Okay, so we are proceeding into what we call the big foot kick section, which is the end of the second section. The second section has been building up to this sort of crescendo up to this point. And the rest of this section, there's a lot of balance work, and so it's a challenging section, and yet one that will really help us in our strengthening of the legs and our flexibility and all of that. So we'll be working on this for a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, before we move into the third section. And the third section starts to wind down, and it's a really nice, long, kind of relaxed section. Okay, so let's turn the waist. Soft, open joints, rolling down, rolling up, shake, good. Shake the feet. Light and free and easy. Kick out. Shake. This sort of a shaking method was introduced to me a long time ago by a man named Milton Traeger. Dr. Traeger was an MD, was the founder of Traeger Psychophysical Integration, which was body therapy, and he was a great guy. And he had this, he called it mentastics, or mental gymnastics. And we used to do this before we would then work on people's bodies, doing massage type work. And very effective for keeping loose and relaxed. All right, turn your waist. Rolling down. Rolling up. And Shogong, integration. First is taking your Wu Qi stance, comfortable stance. Now, we have a term called sung, or it means sort of like a dynamic relaxation. It's not a relaxation where you're laying down in bed. It's a relaxation where everything is balanced and just right. And it's called sung. And it's sort of like when you're doing your Wu Qi stance, you want to imagine kind of blowing up inside your skin, creating a little bit more tension inside your skin. And that takes the pressure off of your joints. And taking an integration breath. Gathering, looking inside at the energy as it moves down through the body, listening to the energy inside the body, feeling the energy as it moves inside the body. It moves to the lower dantian, the lower belly, and then we let the sort of anything we don't need, sort of the negative chi out through the bottoms of the legs. All right, very good. So I think what we'll do today, instead of having sort of like a warm-up, is a review from high pat on horse, the small foot kick session, up to this point, and then we're going to then move in and work on the big foot kick section, shall we? So let's do from high pat on horse, after single whip. Shifting back, pulling in the toe to dingbo on toe, stepping slightly to the left, neutralize and slap. Coming back to center. Now, separation of the right foot kick. You're going to open to the corner. Stepping down to the corner, brushing the knee. Neutralize, don't forget to turn in the right toe to face straight, 90 straight, and come back to center. Then we're going to open towards the corner and kick. Put the foot down behind you. Coming into center. Open towards the wall and kick downward with sole. Stepping slightly to the left, left brush knee. Weighted foot turn, turn out, roll up the back foot, bringing up the left hand. Step forward a little bit to the right and brush and push. Weighted foot turn, turn out the front toe, rolling up the back foot. Step straight in, brush, and punch downward. Body at a 45. Turn and chop opponent with fist. Turning, elbow, turn in the toe to 90. Bit of a relaxation as you shift the weight. Then step off to the right, chop, and strike. Step up, deflect downward, and punch. Bringing the right hand up, then you roll back, pull in the toe, hands relax. Replace the right foot, shift the weight onto the right foot, step straight ahead with the left as you chop downward, and punch straight towards the wall. Right foot kick with sole. Let the hand relax. Brushing the arm, open backward. Looks like fan through the back in a way. Closing, shifting the weight forward. Turn in the back toe. Turn out the front toe. Bring the foot in. Lift up and kick downward with sole. Straight ahead. Okay. I know this is quite a big section. You've had the wonderful thing is you've got like 5 opportunities during the week to watch the show and to work on it, and I hope that you're doing that, because the more that you can practice, the better off you're going to be. Okay, so I think maybe we'll just move into the next section, and then we can add the next few movements in. So I'm going to ask my special guest star to come in. Now this is a very unusual guest star. This is Gary Nelson, who is our great camera artist, and he started doing Tai Chi with me quite a few years ago, and then kind of gave it up. Come on over here, Gary. And now he's back at it again, so we're lucky to have him as a dual person camera and whipping boy. Okay, so we're going to we'll demonstrate the applications for the next few movements, and they're very very interesting in all these different principles. So this section is going kind of over here, but so to make it easier, let's go in the opposite direction. So I think you can see, since it's all going to be happening to my right side. Okay, we've just done kick, so I'm back. So at this point, Gary is going to be attacking in with his right hand towards my center. So you say if he punches in towards my center. Okay. So always when you're doing the foot kicks, you always want to come back in. And we make a fairly quick transition. You don't really want to keep the foot up very long, unless somebody like Andy can do like a lot of foot kicks in rapid succession. Okay, but that's a little bit difficult. So after I kick, I come back, and as he punches, I neutralize him to the side. Now we have as the punch comes in, we've had this, what we call silk reeling, this roundabout energy. And this twisting energy is one of the things that makes Tai Chi powerful, strong, and it's like everything twists, particularly when you neutralize. Generally, we say we neutralize in a curve and deliver energy in a straight line. So in this case, as the energy comes in, you see, I'm going to neutralize it and close him up and pull him. You see? So, of course, Gary is not going to feel comfortable being there, so he's going to try and escape. Okay, so I'm going to try then and trap him. So as I kick, he comes in, I neutralize and pull him a little. As he goes to escape, I step behind him, and this hand comes up to trap him. This can be a strike. I could be striking him here in the back of the neck or head. Instead, I'm just going to kind of grab him. And then I'm going to pull him in. This hand is going to be pulling him in, and this hand's going to be striking. And this is a very strong strike, a full body strike. You see? How do you like this?
Oh, this is
Does he
great
rather
fun,
be
yeah.
on the camera or what? Okay. So this is what we call hit a tiger at left. Hit a tiger. So I neutralize, step behind, and then this is a squeezing kind of energy. The two hands are going to be moving towards each other because I've got this arm around him, and as this hand's punching, I'm kind of pressing him in so that the energy goes deeper into him. So that's hit a tiger. The next is the same. I'm going to try a slightly different technique on him. Now this one movement does not necessarily follow the previous one. This is just another technique, but they're called hit a tiger at left and hit a tiger at right. Two different kind of similar movements. So in this case, he's punching again. So I'm coming from, at this point, okay, you can know what I'll just say. I'm coming from here. Now, again, as he punches to a center, this time I'm going to neutralize him, empty myself, join and neutralize him, keeping him kind of closed up. Like so. At the same time, I'm going to step in, I'm winding myself up. Can you make it a little bigger? Yeah. So now watch as I wind the body up. See? So I've sunken, and then I release this into him. This is kind of a hook strike to the chin. So I like this movement in that. So it's letting it go in and then letting that movement come out. So that's what we call hit a tiger at left. Okay. Now this was an application William Chen taught me. William Chen, who was really a great Tai Chi master. So if he, in this case, so I'm over in this direction, and Gary is, say, kind of here, and he's going to kick upward with his foot toward the crotch. Right there. Now, when I'm forward, okay, so you go and kick again. So he sees the target right here. Okay, now as he goes to kick, see, I just move back. So mostly I've neutralized just by moving out of the target area. So as he does that, I slap the foot down. You see, as he goes to kick up, Now, this might seem kind of stupid, and yet it's effective for blocking a foot kick. I've seen it used, in contests before, and it does work. And so, first, the most important thing, as he kicks, I'm getting out. I knock the foot down, bam, and then kick him right towards his center. Okay? So from here, as he kicks, I shift back, knock his foot down, and kick him in his center. And that's what we call right foot kick with soul. And lastly, in this kind of piece that we'll probably be working on today, is a movement called strike opponent's ears with both fists. So this can come from like, say, if somebody were to grab, say if he were to grab me, and hopefully he won't grab my mic and pull it off. We got to be careful here. Okay, we'll say he's going to be pushing me even. Okay, so as he pushes, I neutralize him down and in, and then immediately strike both ears. Now, like this. Now, some of these things seem, terrible, don't they? That, you're striking some poor guy's ears or, kicking the crotch. But, these are various techniques that they used in all of the, in the years of defending themselves and trying to, keep themselves safe. So, who knows why. But anyway, so it's neutralize and strike opponent's ears. It could be the temples or the ears. Okay, so thank you, Gary, very much, and you can go home, back to the camera. You were good, and so let me demonstrate this section again from right foot kick with soul. Okay. So first I'll do it in the direction that we normally would be doing it, and then I'll open it to the other side. So right foot kick with soul. So he comes in, I step down, circle his energy, closing him up, turn in the back toe. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull him a little bit. As I pull him, I roll up on the back foot, step behind him and seal his retreat with a fist, and finally hit a tiger. This is a punch directly to the center. Next, he's punching to the center again. I don't have to change the foot. Sink, neutralize with the left hand to the side, step with the right towards the corner, and strike the temple, come around, and hook in. Next, he's kicking. I shift back into basically, it looks like center position, knocking his foot down, knock his foot down, and follow with a kick to the center. Next, I'm going to open slightly this way. In the form, I'm just going to open slightly this way, step down, neutralize him, and strike his ears with both fists. Okay, now all of that's sort of happening on the wrong side for you to see it, so now we'll watch on this direction. Okay, so kick with soul to the center. Hit a tiger at left, stepping off to the side. Circle around. This looks a bit like Cloud's hand, same kind of motion. Then, sinking the weight on the right foot, I'm going to pull. Step with the left, seal the retreat, and finally squeeze. Hit a tiger at left. The hands relax. The two hands are going to make kind of a gentle arc to the right side. As I step, I neutralize with the left hand. and finally shifting onto the right foot, hook around into hit a tiger at right. Next, the hands open, and we knock the foot down, basically coming into center position. We open and kick with sole to the corner. Next, the hands turn, you open a little bit to the right, step down and press down with the two hands, and finally, shifting the weight forward, strike upwards. So this is about going to end up around my ear level. Now don't let the shoulders rise up here. Keep the shoulders down. All right, so let's look at each one of these. Let's take one at a time and look at them a little more carefully. Okay, so let's do it. I'll do it facing you here, to see that this hit a tiger at left and right, to get the angles here. It's going basically kind of towards the corners. So if, say, I did right foot kick with sole towards you, stepping to the right, circle, and it looks like Cloud's hands, right? Turned in the back toe. Next, turn out the front toe a little, weighted foot turn, pulling, step to the left and secure. This is making a little round up into a fist at about your neck level. And finally, making a fist and bring this over with your body. And at the same time, this hand is going to be squeezing. So there's this feeling of squeezing. Okay. Now one more, I'll show you the next one just to get the idea. We sink the weight onto the foot, relaxing the hands. We're going to step and neutralize and shift the weight onto the foot and bring the hand up for a hooking motion inward. Okay. Okay, so now the foot movement, watch again. We'll do it from the back. Right foot kick with sole. Sinking into the left foot, the right hand contacts the energy. Then the right hand makes a little circle out as you shift the weight onto the right foot, bringing in the toe. Turn out, sink a little bit in to the right foot, roll up the foot, stepping to the left and hook. And finally, closing in and squeezing. Okay, let's do that. Stepping, sinking, stepping to the right. The hand drops. Circle the hand. Turning to the right, turn in the back toe. Turn out the front toe, sinking the weight onto the front foot. The palm turns down to pull. As you step, the hand hooks up, making a fist. The fist is turned that direction. And close. This punch is just coming along with the body. The left hand stays where it is and you're just moving into it. So kind of at the end, the right hand is by the center line, the left hand is sort of up by your head. Okay, again. Right foot kick with sole. Sink down as the right hand comes around. Circle, left hand drops down and comes with the body to the front. It's guarding the lower body. We're basically in center position. Turn out the front toe and pull slightly with the torso, slightly to the right. Step and hook up, and finally close. Kick. Sink, circle, turn in, turn out, pull, step, hook, and close. Hit a tiger at left. Okay, so let's do hit a tiger at right. I'll move back a little bit. We don't have to adjust the foot. The hands open. Sink the weight on even deeper, and the hands are basically going to make a kind of a swinging circle from this side to this side, kind of an arc over. So they're fists, they open, they go across, this left hand neutralizes, the right hand comes up, and they both make fists. Now why the left hand makes a fist is just for the form. There are some applications where we would use a fist. In the one I'm just showing you, it isn't particularly, a fist isn't really called for, but in order to keep the form, I make a fist at the end, because we do want to end up in this fashion, okay? So from punch, the two hands open, they swing across the body. The left hand neutralizes, the right hand continues up and hooks inward, making a fist. And it ends up the opposite of where we were. Okay? So from hit a tiger at left, the hands open as you sink even deeper and roll up onto the back foot. Then, as you step, the hands circle down, and by the time you hit the right foot, you've hit the center line with the left hand, which means that I've neutralized the energy to my right. I've successfully completed that task of keeping Gary from punching me in the center. I've emptied my center, and now the energy is going into the hole to my right. I then come around and hook around to deliver the energy. This is a good exercise for the shoulder and for the hands. Anytime we make a fist, it's very important, it's very good exercise for the hands. You know, I would say most people probably don't make fists very often and squeeze things completely. Usually maybe we hold a jar or we're typing or something like that, and we get this sort of motion about like this. But as far as really squeezing, we don't tend to do it very often. You squeeze something, but this is very good to make a fist, very good to get this full extension of the hand and open, right? And conversely, we do want to make sure that we really open the hand, that when we open it. Not often do we really open it and pull the fingers up and all of that and press back. You know, pressing, it's a good thing to do is to press these fingers back and down. Particularly, I see a lot of people with carpal tunnel kind of problems because we do so much like this. So it's very good to do things that open it up, like press against the floor or press against a wall like this. So to stretch this in this way. So in Tai Chi, you see, a lot of times we do this to open up the hand as well as do this to close the hand. So we're getting the exercise in both directions, which is very good. Okay, so hit a tiger at left. So I'll do it from this direction. Shift, circle. Pull, roll up, step, and hook and squeeze. Hit a tiger at left. Hit a tiger at right. Sink, roll up. Neutralize, step towards the corner. And hook around. Hit a tiger at right. Okay, over this direction. Circle, sink and circle. Shift and turn in. Sink and turn out and roll up. Step and hook. Squeeze and close. Open and sink. Step and neutralize. Shift and hook. Okay, one more. I'll do it facing this camera. Sink and circle. Turn out, pull and sink. Step and hook. Squeeze. Hit a tiger at left. Relax and open. Step and neutralize. Shift and hook. Okay, from the back. Sink and circle. Shift, turn in, pull, sink, step, hook, squeeze. Relax, roll up. Step and empty, shift and hit. Okay, next is right foot kick with sole. It's the same kind of right foot kicks that we've been doing. So we'll go from, say if we finished hit a tiger in this direction. And right now we're facing to the corner, right? Which would be in the form, would be over in this direction, but a bit hard to see, so I keep turning around. I get a little dizzy turning around so much. Okay, so we're in the corner. So one, open the hands. Right hand comes down, slapping down. The left hand comes to the center. You pull in the toe into dingbo stance on toe. 1. 1 and 2, open and kick. Pretty simple, just a couple movements. 1, right hand drops down, pull in the toe. Left hand protects. 2, open and kick. In the direction that we're headed. Right now we're headed into the corner. This is our beginning direction. Now we're facing the corner over here. Right foot kick with sole. Back and slap. Circle and kick. Okay. I'll do it more this direction. I'll do it face you. In the corner. Down. And kick. Now don't forget that the hand motions are in this one's I'm facing, and the hands are just slightly wide, just like somebody said, stick them up, you know, that kind of thing. So you don't want them too wide. You don't want them pointing in odd directions here. Just balancing it towards the front. In this case, it's open and kick. Okay. Okay, so let's do these 3. And we'll do them in which direction? We'll do them in the direction that we do it in the form. From punch. Right foot kick with sole. Turn in, turn out. Open, kick. Pull back in. Step towards the corner, circle. Turn in. Turn out, pull. Roll up. Step out and hit a tiger at left. Sink and open. Step to the corner. Neutralize and hit a tiger at right. Coming straight back into center. Open and kick. Next, we're just going to open slightly to the right. The hands and heel drop down at the same time. You then shift the weight forward and strike opponent's ears with both fists. Now, hopefully you can see from the back that the punch is coming from basically the low back. When you're punching upward, you see, here you can see the energy's coming from the shoulders. No, it's coming from the legs and up and from, it's coming from, it's a real extension, actually a real extension from the leg, you know. There's a tendency, of course, in doing most things, is to do it from the shoulders. For instance, if I was facing, to just do it up here. That would be very weak. You wouldn't have the body behind it. What we want to do is get the body behind it. Right? Get the body behind it, and as you stretch up, there's a great deal of strength and power. The whole body is coming behind this. And the hands, the two fists, so from hit a tiger, from kick, the hands turn over, so we have a nice little twist for the shoulders and chest. Nice little twisting exercise. The hands drop down to the waist. Don't let the arms, there's a tendency in this to let the arms get behind the body. Don't let the arms get behind the body. After this, when you step down, the hands just come right down, almost like they're hanging down, only you're holding something in front of you. Then, from here, you make a fist as your hands are coming. So, the fist is going to happen as the hands come out. And you're twisting. So that the hands, if I had hands, they would be facing sort of like outward like this. Okay. And they end up at approximately your ear level, keeping the shoulders. Don't let you'll see a lot this kind of thing. Right? No, keep it from your back. So that's not too difficult. Now there's a little bit of this, a little opening to change direction. In most of the forms, this movement, this strike opponent's ears with both fists, well, the hit tigers are going to a little different direction than I'm headed. So then when they do this strike opponent's ears with both fists, it's a big swinging motion with your leg up. And because, I don't know, so for some reason Master Choi taught it to me like I'm teaching it to you. And so it's a smaller, easier movement. And it might not seem that easy to you because you're kind of keeping the leg up for a moment while you're turning and opening the hips, but it's very good. In our morning exercise class, we do a lot of what we call hip rotators, where you're kind of opening, you see here? You're keeping the leg up while the hip is opening. And we use this motion a lot in the martial arts for blocking, things, you know, or kicking the side with a knee or something like that. So in this particular instance, when we're going to strike opponent's ears, we open up a little bit like that. So you see, so from kick. So we open slightly here, open slightly to the right. Then we press down as we step down and shift forward and out. Okay. So this motion, this is going to end up in the form just almost in the direction that we started, headed, but not quite. Just a little bit to the left. When we're going to strike opponent's ears, it's going to be a little bit to the left. Okay? Okay, so let's do all of this to this point. Okay, from the punch. Right foot kick with sole. Turn out. Step up. Kick. Kick. Step down. Hit a tiger at left. Hit a tiger at right. Right foot kick with sole. Strike opponent's ears with both fists. Okay. Well, that's a lot, huh? There's only 3 or 4 movements left in this second section, and mostly movements that you already know. So I don't think we better add those in yet, because this is quite a lot of movements to be working with. Okay, so I think we probably best use our time by going over this section and going over these movements. Yeah? Okay. See, this in kicking, you see, it's very important to have pants that you're comfortable with. These have a slight, this uniform particularly has a slight clinging quality. So when I lift up, I get my leg to about this, and it's kind of hard to bring it up the rest of the way. And I tell you, if you did it with jeans or some tight pants, it would be very difficult to do these kicking. You want to have nice, really loose pants. So when the leg comes up, it's easy to kick out. So yeah, just you know, wear comfortable clothes when you're doing your Tai Chi. Okay. Now, okay. So let's go from. Let's do this whole big section from high pat on horse, the small foot kick set. Oh man, this is this big deal. Okay, so let's do this whole thing. Okay, let's see if I come up a little bit here. High pat on horse, sinking back, knock off. Step to the side, neutralize and slap. Circle to center, open and kick towards the corner. Step down, brush the knee. Then shifting back, neutralize, turn in the toe, slap. Shifting back, center. Open, kick upwards with toe. Put the foot back, pivot. Open, kick downward with sole. Step to the left, sink, brush, and push. Turn in the back toe. Weighted foot turn, turn out, bring the hand up, roll up. Step forward, brush, neutralize, and push. Turn out the front toe, sinking. Step forward, brush, punch downward. Turn and chop opponent with fist. Turn all the way into 90. Shifting, relaxing. Step and chop. And push. Step up, deflect downward, and punch. Bring the hand up, backwards. Replace. Step forward, and punch. Right foot kick with sole. Open and close. Turn out. Step up and kick. Hit a tiger at left. Step down towards the corner. Circle. Turn out. Step forward to the left and hit a tiger at left. Sink, relax. Step towards a corner and step. Hit a tiger at right. Right foot kick with sole. Shift back into center. Open and kick. Turn slightly to the right. Step down, neutralize, and strike opponent's ears with both fists. Okay, well, you might want to come to the park and play with us and check yourself out. Work on these with us. Okay, so let me just demonstrate, shall I, the last few movements. I'll just show you the last few movements that we're going to work on at the end of this section. So now watch. After strike opponent's ears with both fists, we do another, this is what's called left foot kick with sole. Turn around and right foot kick with sole. Step up, parry and punch. Withdraw and push. And once again, cross hands. And end of the second section. So you already know step up, parry and punch from the very first movements. You know withdraw and push from the very first section. And cross hands you know from the end of the first section. So there's only really a couple of more movements, and we have made our way through the second section. So let's, in our time remaining, what I'm going to do is I think I'll just go through this section once again from High Pat on Horse. Follow along, and whenever our particular time is up, you can fade out. And I hope that you're enjoying this. I'm enjoying it. It's hard work, but I thank you all very much for tuning in and giving me the opportunity to share this with you. I really feel fortunate. So also check out the web, and that will really help you to understand a lot of the things that we're working with here. It'll clear up a lot of those little points that maybe you can't capture in still frame so well. Okay, so we'll go from High Pat on Horse, and thanks again, and see you next week.